everyone! Welcome to a new week of Hey Momday. This week I really wanted to jump back into asking you guys questions and topics of what you guys want to chat about, what's on your mind, and I really want to bring that conversation back to these videos. And so I did that, and a few of you answered. Thank you very much. And so we're going to talk about that today. Just so you know, when you guys send me topics and questions, I write them down so that if I don't get to them in the next video or the current video, that I can get to them further down the line, because they're usually all great topics and things that I really do want to discuss. Now today there are two that kind of combine, and for me they kind of go hand in hand, so I'm actually going to talk about two of them. These questions slash topics were from Instagram today. India from Minding Sunflowers on Instagram says, positive body image after children. You seem pretty confident. Thank you. How do you find comfort in your new post-baby body? That is a really good question. And then Madison from Nova's Mommy 235 on Instagram says, maybe talk about how to find the me time with being a gentle hands-on mama, and what do you do to refresh yourself? If that makes sense. It does make sense. And for me, these two questions and topics kind of go together, so I wanted to speak about them in the same video. Going back to the first question about how do you love your post-baby body, how do you find comfort in it, how do you get used to this new woman you've become? Now, at first, when I first had Mackenzie, and this even applies to afterwards and when I first had Grayson, I have a pretty decent gap between my kids. I've got about 3.5 years between them. And I think in the beginning, I don't know how this is for you, but the way it is for me is I'm so obsessed and kind of lost in that newborn haze that I really don't think about how my body looks for a long time, because I just feel like I'm in this instinctual bubble. I'm all soft and I kind of like it because your baby's soft, and obviously I'm still sore and I'm still healing, and so I feel like that's just my time to heal, and I don't expect my body to do much else, and so it really doesn't come into play until a little bit later. I know I say this about a lot of things in my life, but yoga has really helped me in so many aspects, and with loving my body and being comfortable in the skin I am, yoga really helped me take the shift mentally. And it's not like, for me, yoga's not a workout, and I'm not completely spiritual like some people practice. I'm kind of in between, like everything else. For me, it more took the focus of image and how I should look, and but not even that. It's like when you have a baby, you're like, okay, let's work out, let's get this post-baby body back. Honestly, that's never going to happen if you really think about it, because you're not your old self. Your body's not the same. You just grew an entire human, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, and hopefully not at the same time. But you just grew this person, and you became a mother, and your body stretched, and it grew, and it's just not going to be the same. But I think that has a really negative tone, and it doesn't have to. So for me, what yoga did was, instead of being obsessed with how I should look to get abs again and, thin out my thighs and get that booty back up, it took away that mentality and it worked on the inside out. I think that's a really important factor in loving yourself and being comfortable in yourself. For example, when I'm working on my practice, my thought is not, oh, let's feel the burn. It's like, okay, how is my body aligned? How am I feeling? Is my breath matching my movement? Let's mentally clear my head, stop thinking about the day, stop thinking about the stresses, and let's work through this with my body. And so after a little while, it kind of becomes this song and dance of how to connect with your body. How am I feeling inside? How are my muscles feeling today? How is my body feeling? Is my energy level up? How's my skin looking? Do I feel like a better person today? Do I have more energy to be with my kids and my husband? Things like that, I think, matter a lot more, and they help a lot more. If you don't feel good inside, you're not going to feel good outside. And just to be clear, this is not like a, oh, go work out video, but I think some sort of movement is vital. You need to move. Your body needs to be healthy for you to feel good. However you want to get to that healthy is totally up to you. There's millions of different ways, but move your body and make sure what you're putting into your body is healthy and clean, and that's also different for everybody. But I mean, I think the universal language of that is, you know, don't be stuffing your face with cheeseburgers all the time. Like, you don't have to go vegan, you don't have to be paleo, you don't have to be anything on the spectrums, you don't have to identify with any of those, but try and get like good nutrition. Make sure you're drinking enough water, eat whole foods, eat till you're satisfied, don't eat your whole plate. And just as importantly, have the cup of coffee if you want. Have the Starbucks drink, eat the cookie, have your birthday cake, like, enjoy life. I am not always confident in how my body looks or how I feel about it. I do have my moments of complete insecurity, and I think everybody does, and I think I probably always will, and I think it's normal. Some days I look at my body and I'm like, oh man, how am I not in shape yet? Now, I'll just like put this in reference for you. Grayson is going to be 2 this month, my second baby, and with my first, I was back to pre-pregnancy weight 6 months postpartum, best shape of my life 6 months postpartum, and I got into really great shape. I got really into fitness, really into yoga. I had like abs right before I got pregnant, everything like that, and now it's kind of just been a different journey, and I kind of haven't been interested in doing that again yet. Currently, I am actually 20 pounds over my normal pre-baby weight. So this is 20 pounds over my normal pre-baby, post-baby weight. So like my healthy weight after my first baby, I'm 20 pounds over that. Now, a lot of people would be like, whoa, if you lost 20 pounds, you'd be a skeleton. That's scary. Don't do that. But every body is so different. And a lot of people don't know that I'm very tall. I am 5'9", 5'10", and I have a very long torso, I have very long legs, I'm very long-limbed, and everything spreads out very well. I'm very blessed that way, where I can hold a lot of weight on my body and you don't really notice it. My focus is not on losing weight. This is about how to feel comfortable. How do I feel comfortable in this body? How do I like the little bit of a muffin top I've got going on? How do I like all these stretch marks? For example, maybe people don't know that I have a bunch of stretch marks. I got covered in stretch marks. Covered. Not really the second time, but with Mackenzie, I don't know if it was my age or if I didn't really like, I probably could have stayed a lot more moisturized and a lot more hydrated, but I got stretch marks on my tummy, but I also got them on my hips, my butt, all down my thighs on the inside, and then also I got them on my calves, on the back of my calves, because I ate so unhealthy with my first pregnancy and I blew up. It was brutal. Okay, now let's bring in the second part here of how do I find me time? How do I refresh myself from daily motherhood duties, and how does that connect with this other topic? I'm going to share those with you right now. So I make it a priority every week, every day if I can. Now, this doesn't always happen. It's not going to always happen. Life is busy, especially when you throw kids in the mix. It gets crazy. You can't beat yourself up when it doesn't happen, but the point is you try to make it happen every day. So I work out, and that doesn't mean that you need to hit the gym. That doesn't mean you need to do an hour of Zumba. That doesn't mean you need to do crazy stuff. For me, this just means that I practice yoga once in the morning, once at night, and I do 20 minutes on my trampoline. Again, yoga is not really a fitness thing for me, but it does transform my body. It does transform bodies. And it's an amazing workout, even though I don't really use it for the workout. And again, I'm not doing an hour of yoga in the morning and an hour yoga at night. You can if you want, but that just doesn't fit into my day. So I'm doing 20 minutes on the trampoline. I wake up before the kids. I try to. So I wake up at about 6:30 and I'll do, you know, like my rounds of sun salutations, or maybe I'll follow a yoga video if I want to. And then, you know, I'll start doing my motherhood stuff. If the kids haven't woken up yet, or if they have, sometimes I'll give them a snack first. I'll pour myself a cup of tea and I'll pull out my journal. and I journal, and I actually, instead of having just a write journal, which I really like, but I doodle, and I think it's fun to get my creativity flowing, so I have a doodle journal, and I just like doodle quotes or doodle little pictures that go along with like whatever entry I'm putting in, and I don't know, it just kind of like makes me not think about things, and I can just focus on that. So I do that while I'm having my tea. The kids are playing. Yes, I get interrupted. That's part of life, but the point is I just keep going on. I finish it completely, so despite the interruptions, you just keep chucking on until it's done. I try and keep a tidier house between Cody and I. That's like another topic. I don't want to get into that too much, because but I try and keep it tidy because for me personally, that just clears my mind. Cluttered home clutters my mind. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but my house is not perfectly clean all the time, or ever, because I have 2 dogs and 2 kids in a tiny little space, and Cody and me, and we're all kind of messy. So, but as long as we keep it kind of clean, keeps me mentally clear. This one's really hard for me, but with the early mornings can happen if I don't go to bed early. And that's hard because I really want to like do other stuff, or I just want to sit there and do nothing and watch TV all night. But after the kids go to bed. But putting myself to bed early really helps. It gives me more time once the kids go to bed, but it also gives me that time in the morning. And the time in the morning is like more crucial than the night, I think, because I get to start the day before. I feel like I wasn't awakened by being needed right away. I woke up gently, and like I did my own thing kind of, and it really does help you feel just refreshed and feel like you have that bit of time to yourself. And by going to bed early, that doesn't always happen. I try to be sleeping before 11 o'clock. That's really all I do. Definitely before midnight. That also doesn't always happen, and then I just try and bite the bullet and wake up early, which usually makes me tired enough to go to bed like extra early the next day. But I try and aim for like sleeping by like 10 or 10:30. You guys know I'm not TMI at all, so something else that is super important for me time and for my confidence and my body and just loving myself is having a healthy sex life. Man, and I don't know how you guys are, but like I don't even realize that I need sex when I do. It's like I get like so irritable and I get so grumpy and I get down on myself, and then Cody will be like, "Hun, you're a little off. Let's go." So and he's totally right every single time. So I think that's a really important piece, or at least it is for me, because it makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel beautiful. My husband finds me incredibly attractive, and that is empowering, and it makes me feel good to have such a supportive husband and spouse. And so like, and being, I don't know, it's just such a primal thing that it really helps my confidence. And this seems like this should be an obvious one to make you feel more confident or love yourself. Okay, we're not going to always start off in the shape we want to be, or like, but we have to learn to love where we are at, and you have to try and feel good in that body, in the body you have. And a lot of us don't have clothes that fit us properly. I'm not saying go get a new wardrobe, because that would be crazy if after every baby you had to replace an entire wardrobe, but I mean, make sure you have a pair of jeans that fit you. Not fit you later, not fit you in 10 pounds later, not fit you 5 pounds later. Fit you right now where you're at. It is so important. Make sure you have shirts that cover you, and so that you feel good, because if you're walking around and you can't button up your jeans, or all you can wear is leggings or sweatpants, or every time you bend over, like the little bit of mommy tummy falls out, that's gonna make you feel way unflattering all the time, every time it happens. So I think having just even a few pieces of clothing that fit your body and where you're at now is really important. And then, you know, once you start to take care of yourself, things are just going to naturally happen, and eventually you'll fit back into your old clothes, or maybe you'll be buying new clothes because you're a new size. But I think that really helps. Like, if you don't fit into your clothes, you're not going to feel very nice, and you're not going to feel very attractive, and you're not going to feel like you're gonna just kind of be down on yourself. Okay, now the last two is like getting out into nature and also having any hobbies you like. Mine kind of combine because a lot of my hobbies take place outside, but if yours don't, you can figure it out. But try and cut out some time for hobbies, or maybe take up a hobby that you can balance in your motherhood journey, or try and like experiment and find something you like. For example, I longboard. I enjoy brutalizing the ukulele, and I can do that anywhere. And like doodle journaling is really fun, and it's kind of a hobby for me. Sewing stuff for my kids, I like that, and I like cooking, and God knows I do that all the time. Getting into nature is really important for me, and I think it's really important for everybody too, because that connection with life will help you feel really comfortable, or at least it does for me. Even just being outside and realizing how beautiful and amazing the world we live in is, and just like realizing you're just this piece of the puzzle, you're part of it. It really humbles you, and it kind of shifts your mind into perspective. Like, who gives a crap what your body looks like when you're just part of this beautiful thing? And I mean, we only have one life. I don't want to spend it worrying about, if I look like that chick on the front of that magazine, if I fit into the hot jeans that, the sales girl offered me. Like, who the fuck cares? The important thing is that you're taking care of yourself. Eat healthy foods, move your body, do what you love, put a smile on your face. If you like wearing makeup that makes you feel pretty, do your makeup in the morning. Wake up 20 minutes earlier if you can. Or, use the TV for 20 minutes with a snack if you have to just let your kids chill out while you just take care of yourself. All these things combined, refreshing yourself, taking care of yourself, finding that me time, is going to help not only make you feel good inside, but it'll make you feel better about what's on the outside. When I'm not keeping up with all these things, when I'm not taking care of myself, that's when I find I'm not confident in what my body looks like, not feeling good in my own skin. But whenever I'm keeping up with what matters to me, what makes me feel good inside, I don't have the body issues because I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about this beautiful life I have. I'm thinking about my awesome kids. I'm enjoying things like going longboarding, feeling the wind in my hair. You know what I mean? Like, when you're too busy enjoying life, you don't worry about what your body looks like, where you got that scar from, how many stretch marks you have. It all becomes part of your story. And mentally, once you start to really embrace that and be like, yeah, this is what I look like. It's cool. Do you know what? We don't need cookie cutter people. We want unique people. We want to hear different voices. We want to hear different stories. I mean, hello hipster nation that has developed. Like, that's what it's all about too. Like, you fit right in. So to kind of wrap this all up, I think you just gotta find you. And maybe that's misleading. Just find what you like to do right now. Because I don't know if a bunch of soul searching, if you're ever going to find who you are, because I think we're always changing, and that can be stressful to try and like be like, oh, I have to find me. Who is me? But just do what you like to do. Put healthy things into your body. Enjoy unhealthy treats once in a while if you feel like it. Make healthy versions if you like that better. Move your body. Get outside. Do something you like. Write your thoughts down. Because even if like it doesn't help you, which I almost guarantee it will, even if you don't feel like it, you'll probably feel a lot better after you write out what you're feeling. It'll be cool to look back on, even in a week, in a month, in 2 years, when you're in a different place in your life. You can look back and be like, wow, look how I was feeling, but I still overcame it. And mom who is watching this right now, you need to remember that you made an amazing life. Maybe you made several lives. Maybe you are trying to make a life, or you plan to make one in the future. Or maybe you don't want one at all. It doesn't matter. The point is that you are a beautiful person, inside and out. You just have to bring the inside out. It's like, let your happiness shine through your face, and you will be truly beautiful. This can take a long time to figure out what it is you like to do, to develop a routine. but start one. Don't wait, just do it. And in the meantime, seriously, fake it till you make it, because that actually works. Slap a smile on your face. Next time you're in your jeans and you're looking in the mirror and you're like, ugh, this is not what I really want to look like. I'm not really happy with this. Be like, nope, brain, we're not gonna go there. Not today. Do you know what? I look awesome. This is great. And even if you don't totally believe it, be like, nuh-uh, yeah, I do. I'm hot stuff. And walk away. Because sometimes that's what we need to do. You really need to embrace it and embrace yourself. And sometimes if you have to fake it a little bit, eventually you'll get there and you won't have to fake it at all. It'll just be you. Okay, my friends, I hope this helped you today. I hope it wasn't all over the place. You know me, I get to talking and sometimes it's a little everywhere. But these are my thoughts on the subject. This is kind of what I do, and you know what? My life is kind of everywhere, and I'm okay with it. If you have a topic that you would like to discuss, you want to start a conversation, you want to continue off this conversation, maybe there's more that you'd like to chat about, comment down below, comment on Instagram, we'll get talking. Like I said, I write all these down, and so we will get to it eventually, even if it's not right away. But and I also respond to all of you as soon as I can. Sometimes I'm bad at it, but I'm really trying to get better. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a mama who you think might need it, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, subscribe. We do daily vlogs, and I also do sit down videos like this. Okay, you guys, love to you. Bye. Deal with them. No, that still wasn't right. What the fuck? So, no, honey, look at me. Look at me. Love you. You need to look at mom.
Okay.
I'm talking about some adult topics that you don't really need to listen to. So why don't you go finish playing Minecraft, and then I'll come out there in like less than 5 minutes. Okay?
Mom, why is that so cold?
Because it holds up. My tripod is kind of broken. I need a new one. Okay, go quickly. Love you. Thank you.